Hey everybody, it's A.M. here. I was going to do two book hauls today just because I bought these books in two different spots. And so I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about each spot. I got these books a few weeks ago, the first half of them, and I'll tell you when I got the second half. I got them the other night when I went shopping with my boyfriend. So let's get started. These first two books are the first two books in a series called The Ghost Huntress by Marley Gibson. This is The Awakening. And as you can see, I only paid $3.97 for this book, and it's a $9 book. So I figure that's a pretty good deal. And I also got book 2, The Guidance, also for the same price. They had the third book, but I forgot to pick it up the last time I was there. Hopefully they have it the next time that I go. I'll pick that up. It'll be my next haul. And these are about this girl whose family moves from Chicago to Georgia to help her because she's not sleeping. But when she gets out there, she realizes that there's a reason she's not sleeping, and there's voices coming out of this machine that her dad got to help her sleep. And it sounded really, really interesting and just like a fun little series. The next book that I got was What the Birds See by Sonya Hartnett. I paid $2.97 for this book, and it's an $8 book. It's set back in 1977. This kid who's afraid of everything has the people start going missing in the town, and I love the cover. The little dead bird is very cute, I guess. But it's just, the cover made me pick the book up and wonder what it was about, and it's a rather short book. This is not where I am in the book, by the way. These are markers for when I'm going to be reading them. Then the next book that I got was Almost to Die For. It's a vampire princess novel by Tate Hallaway. I paid $3.97 for this book, and it's a $10 book, which it's a fairly short book. It's about this girl who she's never met her father and finds out that her father is the vampire king. It kind of just sounded really cool and really interesting, and I've never seen these books before. So we'll have to see what it's like. Hopefully I like it. This book I wasn't sure about buying, but it's Postcards from No Man's Land by Aidan Chambers. I only paid $1.97 for it, so I wasn't too terribly concerned. It's a thick book. It's about this kid who goes back and tries to figure out the secrets of his grandfather's life. His grandfather served in World War II, and he wants to know more about what happened back then and what is the big secret of the family. Sounds interesting, though. And the last book that I got when we went was Choker by Elizabeth Woods. As you can see, I only paid $3.97 for this book, and it's a hardcover. Sorry, my phone went off. I really like this book, the way it sounds. It's about this girl whose best friend disappears, and she is trying to find her. Well, she comes back, and things have changed. And I just love this cover. Very simple, but very pretty at the same time. And I love how the rose makes the word. It's just cool. And then, the last time we went to B.A.M, I got 3 more books. I got Sarah Dessen's Dreamland. I've never read a Sarah Dessen book, but I keep hearing so much about her that I figured I'd pick this book up. I only paid $2.97 for this book, so I'm not complaining. It's about this girl named Caitlin who gets with this guy, and he puts her almost in like a dreamlike comatose state. And she's trying to figure out, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Is it somewhere in between? What's going on? It sounded really, really interesting. The next book that I got was Infinity by Kenyon. and sorry, is Infinity by Kenyon. This is the first book in her Nick series. He is in high school right now, and he finds out about the Dark Hunters, and it just, I'm currently reading right now, the Dark Hunter graphic novels, so buying this book definitely was in my interest. My boyfriend said that he didn't like the idea of it, because she's definitely a more adult writer. But I want to see what her idea of YA is, because her graphic novels and her actual series for the Dark Hunters is pretty steamy. So I want to see how she tones it down for YA. The last book that I got has a story behind it, and it's Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. As you can see, it has the buy two get one free. My boyfriend was looking for books with these stickers on them because he got Rotten Ruin and Dustlands, and he couldn't find a third book. And I started reading this book while I was waiting for him, and I'm just I wasn't paying attention. I was just gonna read the first page to see what it was, the style of writing, and the next thing I know, I'm on chapter 2. So obviously, I started liking the book. And I was like, oh, it's a really good book. I don't know if I would pay, full price for it, but it seems like a good enough book. Well, he walked up to me and he's like, oh, what you reading? And I'm like, Hush Hush. And he started talking about, he's like, oh, okay. So he takes the book from me. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, it's got the sticker. I'm gonna buy it. It's the free one he got. So, thanks, honey. So technically he did buy this for me. B.A.M bought it for me. But it's like a hush hush finally. I wanted to read this book for a while now, because I've heard mixed reviews on that one, or the series of it. And so I'm still reading Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, but it's not going too well, sadly. I really want to like it, but I just can't get into it. But I am flying through the Dark Hunters and Maximum Ride. I will be doing book reviews on them probably tonight, hopefully. So I have another book review or book haul coming up for you from my Goodwill binge that I went on. So stay tuned for that. See you guys.